up, you guys? It's Life Aspects with Visionary Rose. Grace and love to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in, rocking, and watching and listening to the episodes on Life Aspects with Visionary Rose. The last video I did, I said sudden epiphanies and confirmations at your door. Then I ended it off with God's timing. There's a lot of things that happen in the midst of God's timing, but before we get to God's timing, we got to talk about the preparation, okay? Because in the preparation, sometimes many people fall into the preparation season, in their preparation season, and they never get back up out of the preparation. And so you're like, how can somebody fall in the midst of their preparation when that's just supposed to be preparing them? Exactly, because many times people are not understanding the preparation season. They're not understanding why they're in the preparation season. They're not even like listening for God's voice in the preparation season. And so this is why I'm here to tell you, like, don't get discouraged. Let me slow down. I get too excited when I get this camera, y'all. I'm telling y'all, something come over me for real when I turn on this camera. But I have something really come over me. In your preparation season, you can't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged in your preparation season. You're like, well, how do I know when I'm in my preparation season? How do I know, when God is moving? You have to listen for God. And you have to have a sound mind to listen for God in the midst of when he's trying to tell you something, because God will talk to you in the smallest ways. And I've even figured that out myself. Like that video that I had got when I had said to know me more so that I can show you. I was sitting at my desk at work, y'all. I got that message. It came to me so clear. It came to me so clear, because when God speaks to me, it's so clear. God will speak to you. And let me tell you something. You think the devil really want to get you, he wants you to know him, but he ain't finna show you nothing positive. So the devil ain't gonna tell you no message like that. He gonna say, worship me, say I give you everything. And then, but let me tell you something, when he give you everything, some stuff got to be taken away when you don't do his assignments. Yeah. When you don't do what he wants you to do, he got to take that stuff away, because the devil will give, but I always say, he come back to collect. He come back to collect. He always come back to collect. And some of them figuring it out right now, that he coming back to collect. He's collecting right now. Yeah. And so sudden epiphanies and confirmations that at your door with God's timing. And so the sudden epiphanies and confirmations that you're having, you're like, okay, I see now. I see what it is. I see what you're trying to tell me, God. And in that preparation, that's what happens in the midst of your preparation. You get a lot. You're getting a lot of understanding in your preparation season. God is trying to show you things. God is trying to speak to you about a lot of stuff. And so let me tell you something. I often talk about this a lot, because many people got to understand something. Don't think that for once in your isolation season that you're alone. Because let me tell you something. I've had a lot of dreams where I'm gonna tell you about a dream that I had, because this is gonna seal it for real. I had a dream. I could see everything that was going on. It was like a glass, and it was just so much chaos that was going on side of the other glass. And I'm running, trying to figure. I'm over there looking, trying to see what's going on. God was with me the whole time in the dream. All the chaos was going on that side, but I was here on my side. God was protecting me. I could see what was going on, but I couldn't go to it. Why? Because he's always with me. He's always with me. So even when there's chaos that's around me, see, chaos can be around you, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. See, because that chaos had nothing to do with, they were guns, they were shooting. And I'm like, why am I the only one on this side, like, running? Why am I the only? All of the chaos, y'all, going on the other side. All of the chaos. And here I am, I'm looking. I mean, I'm nosing. I'm a look. I'm a little nosing. And I know little nose, I'm big nosing. I'm a look and see what's going on. And I wake up out of the dream. I'm like, why am I running? Why was I running? I have nothing to run. I have no reason to hide. I had no reason to hide, because he was there with me. Now back to the preparation, because I said isolation. Don't think for a second that you're lonely in your isolation season. Oh, Life Aspect, you talking about that isolation again? Yeah, I'm talking about that isolation again, baby. That isolation, it prepares you. And see, listen. Let me tell you something. God ain't gonna do nothing to put no harm for you. So when he put you in isolation season, he hiding you. He has to hide you for a reason. There's something that he's doing. And in the midst of my isolation season, yeah, God showed me a lot. in the isolation season. See, because at times I was like, why does isolation season feel like it was a lot of frustration in the isolation season? Sometimes it's like you're questioning. Many times there's confusion in the isolation season. But when God brings you out of your isolation season, you see clearer now. What they say, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah, baby. Yeah. See, what I thought was dark clouds actually was sunshine. And the sun is shining on this beautiful face today. Yes, sir. It's shining. Yes. Even when the sun ain't shining, I think I'm still shining. But you can put me in a dark room, I'm the brightest thing in there. The brightest thing in there. Listen. Never think for once that the isolation season is something that's lonely. You get a lot of answers in that isolation season. See, because when you spend that time with God, he'll show you a lot of stuff. I said he show you stuff in the smallest ways. And so he's preparing you for what it is. See, what you was questioning and praying God for. Let me give you a testimony. I went out for an interview for something. The interviewer told me that I was overqualified. Huh? How somebody overqualified? I said, me? And I'm in my head, I'm like, you think I'm overqualified, baby? And so I was kind of bummed out about it, though. I was a little bummed out about it. And so the very next day, I had an opportunity that came my way. And I said, oh, God. See, what I thought that I really needed and I wanted at the time, God said, no, I got better for you. Just wait. And so it happened the very next day. And let me tell you something. You may not get a like overnight blessing like that. You may not get a 5-minute blessing like that. But when you wait on God, for one, he will renew your strength. For two, he will show you that I have better for you. See, what I wanted, the opportunity, I thought I wanted it. I thought it was good. You know, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this. I want to do it. I love it. But what I'm doing now, I love it. I actually love it versus what I thought that I was going to really, really like doing. And so, see, you got some real spiritual people that can see like far ahead. And I ain't talking about the people that deal with them divination, all that stuff, try to see inside your life. What you doing? What you got going on? You see your future. I ain't talking about that. But I'm talking about real spiritual people that's actually follow God and that they can see far ahead. Like my mama sometimes, when I tell her about different things, she's like, nah, Angel, nah. Because my mama can see further. My mom can see further. And since a lot of times I had to come back, I tell mom, I say, Ma, you was right. And sometimes I say, Ma, don't want to hear you was right. I don't want to hear. I said, nah. Sometimes I withhold stuff from her because I don't want to hear. I tried to tell you. Y'all know our parent, I tried to tell you. You don't want to hear, I told you so. Many times we don't want to hear that. But many times our parents can see further than we can. Sometimes spiritual people with spiritual eyes, they can see further than you can. They can see further than you can. And so when somebody's trying to like, oh, no, I don't think that. Everybody ain't hating on you. Everybody don't dislike you. But there's some people that don't like you. All right? But listen, it's not that everybody's hating on you or that people don't want the best for you. But don't forget there's some people that really don't want the best for you. Don't forget that, okay? There's some people that really don't. But then you got some people that see, like I said, with the spiritual eyes, they can see further than you can see. And so when you got somebody that can see further than you can see, don't think the worst of it. Don't think the worst of it. Just go back and pray and ask God, okay, God, such said they don't think I should do this. Don't think I do this. Is they ahead of God or is this you speaking through them? Because sometimes people can see further than you can. And so that's why God's timing is very, very important. We stay prayed up in God's timing. We don't question God's timing, even though sometimes we don't understand what he's doing sometimes. And so sometimes it's not meant for us to really understand what God's doing because God sometimes he come by surprise. Okay, he come by surprise. Like I said, that was a surprise. My testimony I just told you, that was a surprise. I didn't know. Cause here I am, I was a little bummed out about it. I think I was bummed out about it for a couple 2 hours. And I was like, okay. Then here the next day, God said, watch this. God saying, watch this. God is saying, watch this. When I said sudden epiphanies and confirmations at your door, God is saying, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. What they say, Watch this, watch this. That usher, watch this, watch this. Watch this. God is saying, watch this. Because my timing is like no other. My timing is like no other. And even when, let me tell you something. It's God's timing. Not auntie's timing. Not uncle timing. Not mommy timing. Not daddy timing. Not friends timing. It's on God's timing. So when they had a mindset, they say, oh, you're not going to get this until I say you're going to get it. Watch this. God said, watch this. God said, watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch this, baby. Watch this. I got to come back with a part 2 because I think I got to come back with a part 2. Yeah, part 2. I love y'all. I see y'all in the next clip. I love y'all.